All right, welcome to day 31. We've talked about clarity, we've talked about focus, we've talked about getting specific and measurable when it comes to our targets. But now we're going to talk even more specific, right? We're done being a generalist. We're done talking about like everything that's possible. We're talking about what's possible inside of our lives. We're talking about what we're going after inside of our next 90 days, okay? So when we talk about that, we're going to talk about milestones and how milestones will help you along your journey. See, the purpose is to win. That's what we talked about. The purpose is to win. So you can only win then if you're keeping score. Think about this. Think about a football team. Think about an NFL team, right? A football game has 4 quarters, and they have timeouts, and they have offense and defense. What do you think they're doing inside of all that extra time? Do you think that when the defense is on the field, the offense is just hanging out? Do you think when the offense is on the field, the defense is just hanging out? What about special teams? What are all these different areas doing in the meantime, in the in-between, when they're not playing? They're making adjustments. Soccer is the same thing. Tennis is the same thing. Every sport is the same thing. It's not about the game plan that you come up with. That's what you start with. But it's about the adjustments that you make along the way. And it's going to be the same thing when we talk about you and your 90-day targets. So what do we have to look at? We have to look at where it is that we are right now, i.e. our current reality, and where it is that we want to be in 90 days, right? Inside of that, there's a gap. So we start with, this is where I'm at right now. This is my current reality. Let's take your physical body, for example. Today, I weigh 200 pounds. My target at the end of 90 days, where is it? I want to drop 15 pounds. Specific, measurable? Yes, it is. So 90 days, 15 pounds. Okay, so where should you be at 30 days? 1/3 of the way. Well, if you're losing 15 pounds, 1/3 of 15 is 5. So at 30 days, you should be at 195, right? Then at 60 days, where should you be? You should be at 190. Do you see what I mean? Very specific and very measurable. Because let's just say you get to 30 days and you've only lost 2 pounds. You're going to need to make some adjustments, right? You're going to need to move things around, right? Is this actually going to help you hit your target or not? Maybe those Cheetos that you're eating at night aren't going to help you, so you're going to have to give that up. Maybe in the morning, instead of going for the French toast and the breakfast croissant, you should have a green smoothie. Maybe you should change the intensity of your workouts, and instead of walking, you should run. See, for everybody, it's something different. What are you going to need to do to achieve those results? And instead of just saying that at the beginning and then waiting 90 days and then going, oh, I didn't do it, I didn't make it. Every 30 days is a milestone where we're looking and adjusting. See, there's been certain swimmers that have swam from Cuba to the United States. Now it's hundreds of miles, right? But they always have a spotter in the water that tells them, hey, you're going too far to the right. Hey, you're going too far to the left. You need to adjust. The same thing in a swimming pool. What do they have? They have lane lines. Why? Because most of us swim sideways, and you would never reach your goal if you didn't. So these milestones are like lane lines. They're there to help us achieve the target. So what is it that we're going to do at those marks, 30, 60, and then ultimately 90? We're going to reevaluate. We're going to pop our head up and go, okay, hey, am I headed in the right direction? Are the things that I'm doing taking me where I want to go, yes or no? If not, what changes need to be made? What adjustments do I need to make? Again, when we talk about physical body, is it your diet? Is it your exercise? Is it a combination of both? Should you have gotten your blood work done and look at your hormones to see how that's affecting it? There's all kinds of different things that come into play. But it's not just saying, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm going to go. It's what pieces do I need to put in place that are going to get there? What adjustments do I make at 30 and at 60 days so that at 90 days I can check in and go, did it. I lost my 15 pounds. And you can feel good about yourself. And you've generated all that power and all that momentum that you can then translate to every other area of your life. So today, what we're going to do, your assignment, is to set up your 30 and 60-day milestones for your primary outcome. Remember yesterday we talked about your primary outcome. You're going to have 4 outcomes across Core 4, but one's your primary. So what are your 30 and 60-day milestones inside of that primary outcome, right? And I want you to share then, once you've identified your 30 and 60-day milestones for your primary outcome, what is your current reality for that outcome? What is your 30-day milestone going to be? what is your 60-day milestone going to be, and what is your 90-day outcome. So then those 4 things, right? Current reality, 30-day milestone, 60-day milestone, and then your 90-day outcome. Share that in the group, 2-minute video or less. All right, you know what time it is. It's time to get after it. 3, 2, 1, off you go.